D.I.D.H.E or whatever V-Storm said. I don't really know that one, but it is in fact D.I.D.H.E. Again, though, looking at who's going to be winning this one, right off the bat, give me your predictions on who you think is going to be crowned our champion here.
As much as I would like to say it's going to be a super competitive series, back and forth, Game 7, might I even say, I think that Hittin Fennec is going to kind of dominate. I think D.I.D.H.E will take a game, but I also think that Hittin Fennec, I predicted them in 2 times in this postseason to win. I think they're going to do it in 5.
It's going to be hard to argue this one. I think, I forget who exactly I predicted. I think it was Karjitsu to win this whole thing, but obviously they are not here. It's going to be Hittin Fennec versus D.I.D.H.E. I am really going back and forth. I do think that Hamster is going to get his 3rd win. I think it is just, he's too good. He's such a threes player. This man is built for threes. He's one of the rare players who their threes rank is higher than their 2s, which is really not heard of in Rocket League. But again, Pen and Styles, that combination, I think it's going to be a real tough battle for D.I.D.H.E. But again, D.I.D.H.E had a rough regular season, but again, going into Swiss, even like you mentioned, they didn't necessarily have the best first game, but they come back, get a win, and in the semis, they dominated what you thought was the #1 team, and they've earned it here. So right now, all bets are off on who takes it.
All bets are off, huh? You're not going to say who?
I mean, I thought I had Hittin Fennec. I think Hamster's going to take this one.
Okay.
We both have Hittin Fennec taking this one. However, I have casted 2 sweeps in a row. I am really hoping that it isn't a 3rd in a row because I want to get some content here. But you know what? Whatever happens, happens here. Hittin Fennec, though, again, I think they're the #1 team for a reason. Wow, crazy. I end up predicting the #1 team to win the whole thing. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, also, we got each of these teams both having 1 KBM player being Fighting Hamster and Disabled. Both those guys are rocking the KBM. Shout out to those guys. Obviously, it's preferred to play on controller. It's every single pro plays a controller. It's well known.
I mean, he can't like it that much. He already left his keyboard on stage once. So I mean, he's probably going to do it again if this happens. So.
But yeah, it is surprising to see both teams having a keyboard player.
It is actually pretty rare. You don't see it happen very much here. One thing that is going to be interesting, right? So obviously we think we're going to be Hittin Fennec here, and D.I.D.H.E. Who are we thinking is going to be the MVP performance on like Hittin Fennec D.I.D.H.E? Who are we thinking is going to be the standout person? Make you call it early.
I think if it is Hittin Fennec kind of dominating here, I think it's going to be Hamster. He showed up and he showed out earlier, putting in just a boatload of goals. But if D.I.D.H.E do upset, I think it's going to be the likes of Daryl.
Really?
I think it's going to be Daryl. He's crazy mechanical. I think he was Div D last season, and he makes that jump up to Div B. And he showed up and showed out last season during the finals. Unfortunately, did not win, but he's crazy. He's cracked.
Well, and it's crazy because it's interesting as far as this D.I.D.H.E squad mechanics, right? We know how crazy mechanical Disabled is as well, so we have to talk about Indisposed, right? Excuse me, going for some ridiculous mechs. And when you look at this squad, right, as we've seen a lot of times, mechanics maybe don't always translate in this LAN environment, which is why Hamster has done so well. It's because he's not going for the crazy mechs. He's always making sure he has boost. He really loves to be that third man playing safe, and he wants to just relax, go for the shots. We know how crazy good at shooting he is. So if I'm D.I.D.H.E, though, I think one of the number one things they need to do is boost starve Hamster, right? I had loved talking to Penn earlier because apparently when in their other game, if Hamster doesn't have boost, he's just like, guys, I don't have boost. Guys, I don't have boost. I need help. I need help. It's like, oh,
like,
okay, he's not used to that. On, so again, we know he loves to sit back with that 100 boost, and he loves to be the savior. And again, he's so consistently good at it. This is how he keeps on winning over and over again. But with that said, we are ready to get into our second to last match of the day here for Season 7 of DCRL. We have the Div B Grand Finals, Hittin Fennec versus D.I.D.H.E. Game 1 starting.
Man, some crazy pressure already coming out here from Hittin Fennec, and they lay a goal on. You see Penn getting hype in the cameras. You're going to hear him all day long.
Well, that did not take long at all. Indisposed, zero boost, not able to get a great touch there, and Penn with an absolute piss missile finding the net in 15 seconds. That did not take long at all. And one of the things you talked about too, how hyped they got. Hittin Fennec, I think a lot of it is going to be mentally, can they stay strong? Can they stay supportive of their play style?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, this Hittin Fennec team loves to sit back. They take their opportunities when they get them. They don't typically over pursue on any of these opportunities that could be dangerous. They like to have that deep third man. You see two people sitting there in that. Styles with a big bang up here, up towards Fighting Hamster, but follows it himself. Shut down early by Disabled.
Penn going up, trying to find a solo play. is going to be a second touch here. Can he find the reset? Oh, he gets it, but not able to get a good touch on it. Just a little bit too high on the ball. Fighting Hamster drops it around 1. D.I.D.H.E now going up for this one. He is going to be able to flip into this. Indispose is there, jumps up for this. Styles just barely enough boost there. Still in a tough spot here. Disabled off the backboard. It is going to drop down. Do we have a rule 1 in net? I can't tell. Indispose, I think maybe was just caught out for a little second there. Indispose now. Last man back here with little boost. A little awkward how he wants to handle this one, trying to maybe pave the way for Styles. But again, D.I.D.H.E yet to really find a good shot that's on target.
Yeah, some good backboard defense coming here from D.I.D.H.E here. Just keep him safe on that backboard. Pen, nice control in the midfield. Does he have a shot over Indisposed? Not moving. I don't know what kind of tactic this is. Maybe controller disconnect. I'm not sure. It seems like he might be having some issues.
Right.
Keeps kind of pausing here.
Are we pausing or not, boys? I don't know. People are stop moving. Yeah, pause.
Time.
All right, pause it. All right, well, we're going to figure out what's happening here. And you know what's really helpful if players tell us that, hey, there's something wrong, we can fix it. But regardless, again, we've gotten a minute and a half into this game. And kind of as I already mentioned, D.I.D.H.E really didn't have a lot of offensive pressure, Hittin Fennec. But there's really only so much we can dissect from 90 seconds of the first game of the entire series.
Right, especially when one of them is just pretty much an immediate goal. That's the only goal we have to go off of here. Kind of just back and forth. I know Silk likes to hit on the thing, but I do feel like they're kind of feeling each other out. These teams haven't played each other today so far, obviously, since they're both here. And I believe they played each other pretty early on in the season, so I don't think they're too used to how each other play.
Yeah, we'll have to see what's happening. Maybe we're good to go. I'm seeing potential here, and I just got to see a confirm button again. Lack of communication can kind of be a little tricky here, boys. But hey, that's why we rely on the admins here, which we appreciate them sticking around here. We'll see if we are good to go. Maybe we'll throw it back to casters. I don't really know. We're just going to kind of wait and see what is happening here. Looks like we are good to go, able to figure this one out. We did toss an extra about 10 seconds onto that one. And again, if players have a problem, please, for the love of God, just stop and stop trying to keep on playing here. But with that said, Hittin Fennec D.I.D.H.E is going to be getting rocking here again.
Yeah, let's see if either of those teams can maintain any pressure. Hasn't been too much maintained pressure so far. Nice early look from Disabled. Couldn't quite stake that one on the near post. Fighting Hamster going to take this one up this orange side and Indisposed, touching this to the corner, followed by the Disabled, but shut down early yet again by Hamsters lurking in this orange half. He's going to keep going on this one. Styles, that is, trying to find a shot off of the ceiling, but shut down early by D.I.D.H.E. This one's hit over towards the midfield. Pen and Indisposed both on low boost, but Pen finds a mid boost. That's a huge grab, but shut down early by D.I.D.H.E.
Touch off the backboard now. Disabled. It gets beat out. Styles versus Indisposed. Styles going to be going off the corner. Gets it centered. That should be a free shot for Pen, and it is. Styles making his captain's life easy.
Yeah, just super, super easy for Pendragon there. I keep forgetting that he changed his name to Pen. I keep automating to Pendragon, his old name.
Hey, he's making it short. He's making it easier for us.
Right. Instead of just taking all the vowels out of his name, like the GC1 to GC2 pipeline.
That does seem to be how it works. At one point, you get to a rank, you either take all the vowels out or you just replace it with like an X. Call her a day.
I don't know why it happens so often. But Pen going to take this one up the midfield here. Gets a nice 50-on-1. Fighting Hamster trying to follow, but realized he was beat up by Disabled and just going back to net. He's going to be back in net to defend that shot there. Back towards the midfield. D.I.D.H.E trying to make something happen, but did not quite have the read there. A little bit awkward. Fighting Hamster puts it a little bit above the net. Disabled a little bit awkward. Styles is there to capitalize on the miss from Disabled.
And again, just making it a little awkward. Hamster, again, it's nothing fancy. It's just a pot shot at the backboard. Disabled not able to get up in time. And Styles, again, with the free tap-in. It doesn't have to be crazy mechanical. Hittin Fennec are so good at basic clears, but always having the boost to follow up.
Yeah, indeed. They know how to follow up very well, capitalize on mistakes. I feel like for seasons after seasons now, that's been the story of Div B, is who can make less mistakes and who can capitalize better off of those mistakes. It's not so much about forcing them at this rank quite yet. A pinch needed to save that one.
Ooh, pass going mid here. D.I.D.H.E, not the greatest clear downfield. Indisposed, trying to go for a skimmer, but Pen saw it and was able to cut it off right away. D.I.D.H.E, low boost, going for a fake on one. Styles not falling for it. 30 boost, trying to get this one mid. This is going to pinch right in, but Pen is somehow there. I don't know how he's even able to read that. And again, Hamster, no surprise, back in net with full boost, going for a clear off the backboard. And that is so insane how consistent that man is, which is why you can tell Hittin Fennec have no issue leaving him back as last man.
Yeah, it's not always a fantastic, fantastic touch, but it is a touch that is forward and not back towards his own net. He's so good at that, just getting any sort of touch a big dookie, not a dookie, but a dunk from Pendragon, going for the double. Fighting Hamster is there to follow up. I don't know where the defense went.
Someone's got to put a hand up. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Indisposed again, a little awkward. He jumps, didn't expect it. I think he knew his takeoff was rough there, and you can see two players on Hittin Fennec ready to capitalize and just launch on that goal here. And all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 4-0 lead here, and we still got 90 seconds left of game one.
Yeah, pretty dominant so far coming up from Hittin Fennec. Kind of what you expected if you just looked at the stats and the standings going into this. So nothing out of the ordinary here, but unfortunately, we do want something out of the ordinary. We want D.I.D.H.E to fight back a little bit more. Disabled, that's a nice pop-up. Let's see if anyone's back on defense. That's a pinch over towards the sidewall. Daryl going to take this one up towards the corner, but no one to follow. Pendragon able to easily get that one upfield. Styles with an open shot, and that's the 5th, and I believe that might be a hat trick for Styles.
That looks like going to be a hat trick here. And again, just easy clears downfield. You can see Indisposed not quite able to get that touch. And you saw as well, Indisposed and the last man ended up going for a double commit. Not sure who really needed to go for that one. And game's one already done, right? It's the question is, D.I.D.H.E at least find one goal just to try to spark a little life going into game two?
You got to get one for the mental here. Styles with a fake, ends up getting the 50. Pendragon, pinch mid. Fortunate for D.I.D.H.E. What is going on the wall there? Unfortunate for D.I.D.H.E that pinch, but a nice pass from Pendragon. But unfortunately, Indisposed is there to put that one away.
Chance here, trying to go for a shot. Is that going to be under the bar? It is not quite going to get there. Daryl ended up jumping for this one. This one does pop in a very dangerous spot. It has to be challenged here. We see a triple commit on defense out of Hittin Fennec, but it doesn't matter. They do keep it out off the ceiling. Daryl trying to go for the Meki shot. Can he go? But again, just hitting the crossbar. The 4th defender coming in clutch for Hittin Fennec.
Yeah, nice possession point here from Penn. I mean, the game's already won, but not allowing them to score definitely rolls over into the next game, I feel. Doesn't allow D.I.D.H.E to lessen the amount of momentum that Hittin Fennec has going into game two. This one's wrapping up. Styles, maybe one for the road. Does he have the dunk? Not quite. That one hits the ground. And Hittin Fennec take game one, 5-0.
5-0. Again, zeros on the board for D.I.D.H.E. We do not have any Tony Snells, though, which is very good. But again, I am looking at the Penn Styles combo. Actually, all of it. Penn's dropping almost 700 points in a regular season match. Again, looking at the shots, putting up 13 shots in one single game. That was just utter domination here in game one. And again, you're thinking it's probably going to be a sweep. I'm hoping that D.I.D.H.E are going to be able to relax a little bit and settle into this series. But it starts by scoring their first goal.
Yeah, I mean, I was wrong in the shout of Styles' hat trick. I didn't realize Penn had scored 2 as well. Pretty well-rounded when it came to scoring. But D.I.D.H.E, if I'm not wrong, they had 8 shots. I think Daryl had 5. Indisposed had 2, and Disabled had 1. I know they had 8 shots. But unfortunately not able to find a single one in the back of the net.
Oh, no, not a kick out of a goal. Okay, got panicked for a little second there, but Mr. Benjamin himself was in fact back as Disabled. Going to be taking his time here. Demo comes through. A little bit awkward on the spawn here. Daryl is up. Touch is going to go sidewall, but no one's really there to get that outlet pass. And one of the things I think D.I.D.H.E is doing is just playing a little too compact on defense and not spread out to be able to try to get that counterattack.
Oh, a miss coming up from Daryl, but ends up faking out Styles. Kind of a pseudo bump from Indisposed, gets bumped but messes up the attacker. Daryl trying to control this one. Gets a nice catch. Does he get the flick over one? They play patient. He gets it over, but Fighting Hamster in net. Able to save that one. Styles up early. Gets a 50 onto Indisposed. This one's kind of sitting in the corner here. Disabled trying to find a pass mid, but Fighting Hamster.
This is open. This
Styles
is
has
free.
an open net. Does he have the pre-flip? Oh, no.
Where's
Tragedy.
the wave dash? I think if he had the wave dash, he would have had it again going for the pre-flip, but it's so hard because you don't expect to have so much time on an open net, especially caught out with 0 boost there. But again, you're seeing D.I.D.H.E not afraid to go for these crazy triple commits as they find their first goal of this series. Daryl 2.0 tapping it in off of a great touch from Indisposed. What a
crazy
pass.
Great pass coming up from Indisposed. Daryl luckily trusting in his teammate to get that touch, sitting mid, ready for that pass. And they find their first. I think that could be the key to just opening the floodgates here for D.I.D.H.E.
It might be the floodgates over. This ball is going to bounce dangerously, and they can't keep it out. Fighting Hamster. It took 10 seconds. That all that matters. Again, it's basically a kickoff goal. Again, Hamster with the dunk on Indisposed and then not able to keep it out of the net. That was such a difficult touch to even attempt to get a save. And as soon as D.I.D.H.E scores, Hittin Fennec says, don't care, we'll do it ourselves.
Yeah, unfortunate. Just right off the kickoff. Hamster does get the dookie. Needs to defend a shot here. He does. He's playing great so far in this game, too. D.I.D.H.E off the corner, but straight to Fighting Hamster. Styles up, not much boost to work with, is not able to reach it. Definitely would have been in. It was an open net if he had the boost
2v1, oh, but Disabled couldn't get the touch.
Not quite. D.I.D.H.E finds a nice first touch towards Indisposed. This one going to the backboard. The camera's kind of tweaking for a second there. This one might be rolling in slowly.
No way,
back in time, but Disabled is able to get to it.
That was a little bit of a scuffed goal here. Indisposed couldn't get the touch, and you can see 3 players on the line, and then Penn has to dive in. He gets actually a crazy save to make that, but then again, Indisposed is there for, or sorry, Disabled is there for the easy cleanup goal, and D.I.D.H.E again with a quick response here. They couldn't find a single goal in the first game, but so far they got 2 here in the second. The question is defensively, can they just be a little calmer when they get boost starved? And as I say that, we're going to see another shot, and a great shot, and again, still going to be on target, and what a save from Daryl.
Yeah, the pre-flip needed to save that one. I like what I'm seeing out here from D.I.D.H.E though. They're playing more aggressive as a second man and as a third man, just trusting in their teammates. It might bite them in the ass at some point having that aggressive third man, but so far it is working for them, and that's what they need to do.
Oh, we got the Mechie man off the ceiling here. Decent amount of boost. Daryl, this is going to be high and off the ceiling. Styles already there, drops it down. Not in a great spot, though. Indisposed going for the catch around one, tries to get there on Hamster, but Hamster's not getting faked here. I thought Indisposed might have just gone for a free shot, and that is going to be a free goal going the other way. You cannot give freebies to the most consistent man in this division.
No, I mean, you can't let that happen. Unfortunately for Disabled, I don't know if it was a lack of boost or a little bit awkward, but it does bounce off that sidewall there, not on his car, and Fighting Hamster. Of course, he's going to put that in every day of the week.
That's what he does. Again, this is why this man is, we talked about, last division, who is the D.I.D.H.E go. If Hamster wins this, it is undoubtedly going to be him for Div B. And as I say that, though, Indisposed, who, again, I know is a little annoyed himself. He didn't hit the shot earlier, but Zero Boost is going to tap this one in. And D.I.D.H.E, again, they're making up for the lack of goals last game.
Yeah, I'm just noticing a lot of good 50s coming out here from both teams, which are leading to these goals. I think there's been just that miss from Disabled was the only goal that wasn't off of 50. So just 50s leading to goals here. Defensively, the second man not really being ready for those 50s.
Shot going to be a little bit too far. Hamster, awkward touch. Doesn't know how he wants to handle this one. It does go mid. Styles, though, low boost here to Disabled, trying to catch it. 1v1 situation. It's actually a 2v1. Indisposed is waiting mid. Styles with a whiff on one. Fighting Hamster on the wrong side of the ball. Ends up carrying it to the corner with 0 boost. A 50 from Indisposed. Just a little bit of a shot, just waiting there. But no one from Disabled or Indisposed on back. Someone needs to go for that ball. They're being too passive right now and allowing Penn to go for free solo plays.
That's what happened earlier in the Parched and Hittin Fennec game. And the reason why Parched lost, they just had no pressure when Hittin Fennec were bringing the ball upfield. It seems like they're doing it for free. And obviously, they end up losing that one. And so far, it's been working for Hittin Fennec, but they're down in this game. Kind of rolling around the corner here for Disabled. Kind of hits it away. Styles to the backboard. This one could be dangerous. Fighting Hamster almost puts it on target, just a little high.
A rare miss from the Hamster himself. D.I.D.H.E now going a little high. Gets a bump on one. Disabled. He's got low boost. Going to be going off the ceiling. Is anyone there up? Indisposed is up for the shot, but can't get it again. Sometimes people air rolling is not the best. Take a page out of Hamsters, right? Just aerial, go straight, nothing fancy. Again, Indisposed still just whiffing a little of these good open shot opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, Indisposed has been doing pretty well in this game, but unfortunately he also has a couple unfortunate misses coming out from him this game. Let's see if he keeps on
that's on
highs
target.
and lows here.
Wait, what?
No.
D.I.D.H.E
No way! Oh my God! They deserve every ounce of that goal.
Hold on.
That
We need to see this. D.I.D.H.E off the ceiling with
he can't do nothing about it. He's just following those.
You know what? Hey, 3-man passing play. All right, that's all it is. But D.I.D.H.E, that would have been one of the most ridiculous touches I have ever seen if he scored that one. But at the end of the day, hey, D.I.D.H.E ended up getting able to capitalize, and this is the first time they have had a 2-goal lead late in a game. Again, they lost game 1 pretty handily, but game 2 doing a good job to respond, and a lot of it, like you mentioned, is due to their defensive rotations improving.
Yeah, quickly, I forgot to mention it earlier. I'm sure you probably could have saw it on the cams, that play, but Disabled and his facial reactions are just absolutely golden. I really want to see him playing on LAN here, especially in the finals, for that reason alone. So I'll have to make sure to keep looking out for that. It looks like he and his squad have this game 2 wrapped up.
Ooh, did he? Little tricky here. Styles now going for bumps. We see a free shot. No, everyone is there. And that one might actually go in. Is going to go off the shot. Is there for Styles? No. And he can't find it. And the ball does drop. D.I.D.H.E tying up the series. We don't have a sweep. No sweeps. I appreciate it, boys. Whoa. I love to see the content. Woo! No sweeps, boys. We love it. All right. D.I.D.H.E, again, fighting Hamster. He's got more points than his two teammates combined. So the question is, guys, Benjamin, Styles, do you want to hop out of the backpack or what's going on?
I mean, insane. You see 12 shots coming out here from Hittin Fennec, only getting 2 in the back of the net. That's not fantastic shooting percentage. That's about 17% if I'm not wrong. So you like to see those go in the net at a more efficient
We like to see
rate.
the shooting percentage at least legal. Just saying.
Yeah. But so far, I mean, we got ourselves not a sweep, 1-1 so far in the series. Looking like it might be a back and forth. That's what I'm hoping for.
We're both hoping for a Game 7 OT, something crazy. Again, I think so far the craziest thing we've had as far as the series is the game Div-A, I believe it was, the 0 second. Again, just back and forth craziness. I'm hoping we get a little bit something like that here as we see again. Shot going to be on target, but Daryl with a great save on 0 boost and disposed again on 0. And this goes over and over again. D.I.D.H.E are so boost starved. Hittin Fennec always have more than 70 boosts, so D.I.D.H E, they really need to work on making sure they can secure those resources. Otherwise, right now, you're going to see a 3v1 going the other way.
Oh my God, that was such a scary sight to see. There was 2 or 3 attackers from Hittin Fennec and just indisposed on, what, 20 boosts, I think it was. Luckily, he's able to find himself out of that pickle pretty easily. Indisposed. The man I just mentioned, going to hit this one upfield. Trying to follow it on no boost yet again. He's got to make something happen, though. Off the backboard, Styles is awkward. Barely gets a touch. Indisposed, almost making it work on absolute 0 boost.
Oh, Daryl trying to find the double tap. Does get bumped. The shot might be free, but indisposed again on no boost. Disabled is the third back here. And again, I don't know if they just like turned on boost or maybe, who knows if our streamer changed something, but there does not seem to be a regular amount of boost on this field right now.
Yeah, our streamer looking over at us here. Fighting Hamster with a ripper, top pins. All 3 people needed to save it. Where are the other people from Hittin Fennec?
1v1,
counterattack for
2v1. Is Penn going to get the save?
To make a save, and he does.
Oh, I love to see that. I was maybe thinking that the first man was going to leave it and go for a bump. Again, both those players on 0 boost, and for whatever reason, any single time there's a counterattack, there's no resources available for the attacking team here. As we see now disabled, a little bit of an awkward drop pass here, indisposed, drops it to Hamster. Is anyone up? Penn is there. Can he get the shot? Shot on target, 0 boost, goalie is there. Hamster with the shot, and again, a great follow-up. How are D.I.D.H.E surviving on 0?
A great play coming out from disabled on 0 boost on the defensive line. Indisposed, taking this one up the field here. Not a great touch coming up from him. Fighting Hamster going to boom this one up towards the orange backboard. Disabled, barely able to find a touch. No boost in the tank, but he finally has some. Daryl has a full tank of boost, just not a great touch.
Is he disabled now? He's got 100 boost. Little far away on the turn here, letting Daryl get a 50 on this one. Ball does go high. Hamster tries to go for a shot. Not a great shot here. Does go to the corner. Penn now with a pinch. That's actually going downfield. Who's going to be able to get to that one? That might drop. That may be a target. Can Daryl find the touch?
Oh
what a
my
pinch.
God,
Wait,
what a pinch.
What? How is it going the other way and suddenly disabled again on counterattack? I'm so confused what's happening.
No players from both teams, all 6 players, could not have even gotten over towards that ball as it got pinched off that orange corner. Just rolling in front of the net. Nobody even in the vicinity. Penn gonna hit this one upfield. Fighting Hamster may be able to reach it. Not quite disabled. Getting that touch, putting it almost on target. Styles able to get the nice touch off the backboard. Jumping up the backboard, trying to get that one. Daryl beats him out over towards indisposed. This one's kind of rolling. Styles gonna turn for this one. Disabled goes pretty early here. Not quite strong for his team, but does get the 50.
Yeah, Styles. Now, we see a lot of bodies.
Oh my God,
how does this
work?
go in? Fighting Hamster, fighting through the contact, even with his own teammate. Doesn't matter who goes for this one. He says, move out of the way, Captain. I got this. And after 3 minutes of gameplay, again, he's just him. Let's be honest.
I mean, he saw Penn go up too. Just straight egoed him. I love that.
Fighting Hamster? Question mark? It might be.
Maybe. But the other shooter on this team, able to find this one straight off of the kickoff. You can hear Penn getting loud. You can see him in the cams.
Oh, on disabled, not able to find that touch. That's such a difficult read off the backboard. And again, 3 minutes of nothing, and after 10 seconds, suddenly we have Hittin Fennec again getting back-to-back goals, and now we have a back-to-back blow heroes. They got game 1, D.I.D.H.E got game 2. Now it might be Fennec's game to get game 3.
Yeah, so far that's what it's looking like. Both teams seem to be going back and forth in that in this game so far, like you said, in the first 3 minutes, but absolutely just blew up at the 2-minute mark. Let's see if D.I.D.H.E can fight back.
Ooh, Daryl now. 0 boost again. It's no surprise that we see D.I.D.H.E in defense with 0. Hittin Fennec now. Styles, 100 boost, trying to go for a solo play, try to hit out the ceiling. Gets 1 touch, trying to go for a second one. Daryl, though, around 1 disabled. Again on 0 boost. Styles is downfield. He's got plenty of boost. Can he drop this one down? Indisposed. Should have plenty of time here, but Hamster not allowing him to relax and get that corner boost. Pen beat by Indisposed. And again, Daryl up. But again, there's just no resources. They're going for the counterattack, but D.I.D.H.E just can't commit on offense.
It's hard to commit when you know that you're 0 boost, you're slow getting the ball, and if your beat is just in your nets. Disabled, trying to make something happen here. Goes for the boost grab. Boost was not there, though. A double commit. Almost. He just drives past it. Daryl able to get that one. One's floating. Pendragon trying to get this one up off the corner. But that's straight towards Disabled, who's trying to make some magic happen here. A pass over towards Indisposed as a third man. Daryl going for the bump and all-out play. But, you know, as volatile as that play could have been, it's pretty tame.
Yeah, as we see Disabled now, just getting beat by Pen. Ball is up, 30 seconds left again. Clock is going to be the biggest friend of Hittin Fennec's squad here. Hamster on 16 boost, just trying to be annoying. We don't really see him a ton as that first man as Styles now. They're just trying to waste time, right? Boomer Bowl, it doesn't need to be any fancy. Hittin Fennec, they've earned the right to get the win here and relax a little bit at the end of this game and just go for some brain-dead Boomer Ball.
Brain-dead Boomer Ball, I mean...
Hamster does it better than anyone, I'm just saying, right? This is his bread and butter right now.
Yeah, you can either, I believe that was a Hamster family getting loud and rowdy in the middle section there. Shout out to those ladies and gents for popping out. And you see Hittin Fennec getting their second win, going up 2-1 in this series.
2-1 in the series. We'll see if D.I.D.H.E wants to call a timeout. Again, it is rare, but again, I think we saw the greatest timeout we've ever had earlier in the Div-D, where they then only gave up 1 goal and scored and won all the next 4 games. So a crazy, crazy comeback. So again, we'll see if they take it, but right now, again, bouncing back, Hamster, Styles, Pen, again, they're looking good. And again, boost starving D.I.D.H.E, I think, is the #1 thing they're focusing on.
Gosh, I can hear Pen all the way from here. He's getting loud. He's doing this. I heard it this morning. Yeah, here we go. He's getting loud and rowdy. It worked for them earlier today. Getting the boys hype. It just keeps going. It's like on loop. They spam the same voice line. But if you remember the scoreboard from last game, you saw Pen with 2 assists, Styles and Fighting Hamster both with a goal respectively. That describes his team perfectly. Penn being that passer, like I mentioned.
It's potentially open, but Penn,
oh my God,
out of nowhere gets dunked on, and what a weird start to this game here. Penn with the whiff, falling down from the ceiling, actually gets the save, but somehow Daryl ends up finding the back of the net. I don't really know how it works, but again, D.I.D.H.E back and forth we go. Now D.I.D.H.E starting off with the game lead.
Yeah, Pendragon got sacked there, for lack of better terms. So far, I mean, seems like the chanting is not working. I lied. Fighting Hamster, bar down. I don't even know how. Was this from the midfield?
Again, nobody does it better than this man for long field shots. And again, indisposed, not able to get that one. Styles. If it was any higher, Styles was knocking that one down. So I think either way, it was going in. But D.I.D.H.E, they can just not seem to hold a lead for more than 5 seconds without Hittin Fennec getting a quick response.
Yeah, quick response. That was from Hittin Fennec. That was. So far, pretty even game. Obviously, we're only 20 seconds into this one. Scores 1-1. No defense being played from either of these teams. Styles trying to get some offense going. Gets shut down by Daryl early in the midfield, but Pendragon is there to recover on this back wall, but hitting it straight out towards Disabled, who is back to Fighting Hamster, who just booms his ball over towards the D.I.D.H.E backboard.
Going up, Styles now for a shot. Can he find the drop down? It is going to be on target. Causes a triple commit. D.I.D.H.E again wasting so many resources and all of that. This might be free here. Indisposed, trying to get it to Disabled. Goes for the shot mid, but again, Daryl just a little bit too far back. Pen is up. Is he actually going to get a touch on this one? Almost. I think he was. Maybe the little whifty actually would have thrown off the defender here. Indisposed getting dunked on. Disabled now trying to throw this one downfield. And I'm still trying to figure out what exactly is D.I.D.H.E's playstyle. I can't figure out really what they're going for.
Yeah, I can't really figure it out either. They looked pretty good in that game too. It seems like they kind of found their identity for the series, that pressure, but it seems like they've kind of lost that so far. It's kind of relying on crappy 50s from Hittin Fennec to score. So far, seeming a little bit awkward for D.I.D.H.E. Seem like they just cannot find it so far. A lot of pressure coming out from Hittin Fennec. A lot of shots, a lot of pressure. Disabled, left on 0 boost and net. Unfortunately, Penn not able to find that shot. D.I.D.H.E gonna take this one, but bumped by Penn on the back poke. Indisposed, taking this one up. Going to the ceiling, does he have it? He has a flip, still has it. Shooting on target, a great save from Fighting Hamster.
What a shot from Hamster. Disabled now trying to fall. But again, they're so aggressive and being willing to commit to that third man. It is supposed, that's going to be a Feels backflip right there. He finally had 100 boost and could go for a solo play. And then when the moment came, unfortunately, the fingers failed.
Yeah, I mean, coming off that great ceiling shot, look, 2 good things can't happen in a row for this D.I.D.H.E team. Disabled going to get this boom over towards the sidewall here.
What a
Gets a nice pinch. That's a great pinch. D.I.D.H.E, does he have the read? Beat out by Styles. That's a great defensive play coming up from that man right there. A nice pop out. Hamster was not expecting it though. Pendragon was able to get that one out towards the midfield.
One of the things I really want to see D.I.D.H.E do, they're so aggressive, they go for these crazy shots, and as they say that, D.I.D.H.E just gets something out of nothing. And again, I'm about to say, hey, maybe here's a game plan. Indisposed just throws it out the back wall, and Styles and Hamster both not getting the read they were going for. D.I.D.H.E just gets the freebie.
Yeah, it's tough to see exactly what was going on with the camera being that far away, but just looked super... just seems super awkward for both defenders in that being on 0 boost for Hittin Fennec.
Indisposed again on 0. We've seen this before. Disabled now. Shot going high. Hamster again looking for demos. Penn now gets beat out. Styles has to get a shot downfield. Drops his. Is that going to be off the bar? And it is. D.I.D.H.E and Indisposed again on 0 on defense. Shot coming through from Hamster. And he does what he does best. Hamster tying up this game.
Man, he just seems inevitable right now when he is shooting from midfield or in. Anything beyond that middle line is just green.
Hamster's just him, bro. It's so crazy how consistent he is every single season. It doesn't matter who his captain is, how mechy, how good they are. Hamster seems to always be the one to find the back of the net. And Styles now going for the mechy shot himself again. These two were the top 2 goal scorers on the entire season, and somehow they're on the same team here. Again, trying to get 2 individual games to take home this championship, but they got a lot of work left to do. Is that going to be another shot on target? And it is. D.I.D.H.E now, where is your pressure here?
I will say, with the sub of Styles, I feel like having a sub, or being a sub, you don't have that real pressure on you. You haven't been with this team the entire time. Obviously, you still want to win on LAN, but it's not your season on the line, per se. So I think Styles, with that lack of pressure, I think he's been playing pretty well. But obviously, you know, the main man himself, Fighting Hamster, you see it on the scoreboard. You see it when he scores twice a game almost. Seems like he's been doing super well so far.
D.I.D.H.E not able to find the shot on that one. Indisposed, turning on this one. Gets a 50. It does go wide. Misses the corner boost, though. Disabled off the backboard. Can he find the double tap? Hamster can't find it either, but Disabled not enough boost to get above this. D.I.D.H.E now trying to get a drop. It is dangerous in mid. We see 4 players commit. No one able to get a great touch here. Styles off the backboard. Still dangerous. No one from D.I.D.H.E committing early. Again, Disabled just didn't have the boost to go for this one. D.I.D.H.E now in defense. Finally boosted up here. A little bit awkward here. D.I.D.H.E on Disabled. And again, the double commit. It doesn't need to be this difficult from these guys.
A wacky shot coming up from Penn. Almost gets him in the back of the net, but I believe it's D.I.D.H.E on the save. Styles trying to create some offense here. Not much boost to work with. Indisposed just floating in the midfield. A nice touch. A crazy catch as well. Does he have the play? I believe is someone else going for the bump. This one's floating in the midfield. A triple commit. Oh my god.
We love
totally
the triple
unwarranted coming up from Hittin Fennec. Nobody from D.I.D.H.E was even in the area.
Yeah, 15 seconds left now, down to 10. We see counterattacks again. Indisposed is now last man back for a quick second. That was going to be the good corner. And Styles out of nothing. And again, did he fall at the last second in Disabled and Indisposed? The pinch, unfortunately, finding the back of the net for D.I.D.H.E. Hittin Fennec says, we don't care. There are 5 seconds from going on to match point.
Yeah, unfortunate 50 there from Disabled. They got 5 seconds to work with. Definitely not impossible. That's a good bounce out for Disabled. Does he have it? This one's in the sidewall. D.I.D.H.E gonna pop one up for Indisposed. A little bit wide though. This one's popping straight down. D.I.D.H.E, does he have it? Puts it down. And Hittin Fennec are gonna find themselves on match point.
Hittin Fennec, they're having some fun here, especially the captain over there, Penn. He's looking at those boys, trying to figure out what is going on here. And you can hear the screaming from up here. D.I.D.H.E, again, dropping 600 points for his squad. but not enough here. It is the man, the myth, the legend in Fighting Hamster. Again, topping his team with 2 goals. It is crazy how consistent he is at doing it every single time. And of course, Penn and Styles being great support. But again, it's the boost management. Hittin and Fennec are never struggling with resources.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's fighting. It seems like just Fighting Hamster capitalizing on, like you said, the very, very little boost that D.I.D.H.E has. He's so consistent at just putting it where he wants to. And if you don't have enough boost to get up to it, you're not going to save it.
Well, D.I.D.H.E now have to win 3 games in a row. Hittin Fennec sitting on the other side here. They are 5 minutes away from being crowned D.I.D.H.E champions. I know their captain, Penn. He has had a rough couple of seasons in DCRL, desperately trying to hoist that trophy. And he told me personally, he seemed to never be able to beat Hamster. So if he can't beat him, why not draft him? And right now, it might have been the perfect ploy.
Yeah, I believe he was ranked lower than Tanic record, but he picked him first. He wanted him that bad. He passed up on 6 or 7 other captains probably passed up on, and drafted Hamster, and then got back to drafting Tanic.
Oh, Styles!
Anyways. But Styles, what a crazy redirect off the roof of his car.
And again, set up by who other than Hamster, going for the half-field shot. That's what he does in Styles on zero boost, getting the doink over the 2 defenders in net. Hittin Fennec, they are trying to coast to this championship victory.
Yeah, coming out early, coming out strong is Hittin Fennec. They find themselves in the lead on match point here. Styles trying to find a Mechie goal, gets the flip reset, uses it, not quite on target though. Seems like he wants at least 1 flip reset on this LAN.
I have a feeling he's probably going to get it, and I can tell you the mental of D.I.D.H.E is getting a little worse as the seconds keep ticking on by. And again, it seems to be just the same old story of the lack of resources here. Daryl now, 13 boost, trying to turn on this one. The ball's off the backboard, but again, the second man just isn't there for D.I.D.H.E. Disabled, a little too far back here. Penn now, back wall, it is awkward. Hamster trying to figure out how to go for this one. Somehow ends up with a ball at the end of this one. 0 boost. Smartly tries to go for the corner boost, gets bullied out by Daryl. Penn now with the shot. Daryl has to dive back. It's off the post. And for a second there, I thought Hittin Fennec were about to ice the game.
I don't know if I would say ice the game with 4 minutes left, but yeah, I mean, that would have been really rough. Losing 2 games in a row here is D.I.D.H.E, and then going down 2-0 in this game 5 definitely would have been quite the dagger. But so far, still only 1 goal lead for this Hittin Fennec team.
We see Disabled now on the sidewall, dropping this one to Hamster. It does drop mid. Penn, 0 boost, still monkeying, not allowing D.I.D.H.E to be able to get comfortable on defense. And Disposed now, trying to get it out the back wall. Daryl is lurking. The shot is there. It's a little too hard, though. Disabled now has to rush back again. Little caught off guard. Still has 0 boost. Daryl now, we see multiple players just trying to pinch the ball. More 50s, no boost. Daryl now on his hood. Hamster trying to fight back. And again, you can see the chaos starting to happen more and more as teams get more and more desperate. As Penn with a good rip on target.
Yeah, a double commit needed to save that one. Forced by Pendragon. Styles hitting this one above the back, on the backboard here. Daryl on 0 boost, yet again, able to get that one clear. He ends up picking up, I believe, probably the mid pad there, but not much offense created from that. Pendragon with a nice double off the sidewall there. Shut down early by Indisposed, who seems like kind of the person doing the most for this D.I.D.H.E team as the 3rd man.
Again, it's really just the struggle of the boost here seems to be the story over and over. We can only say it so many times and sound like a broken record. Disabled with the back pass. That might be dangerous, though. Fighting Hamster somehow read the playbook here. Styles now with a shot on target. And Hamster still, this man is everywhere around the field.
Yeah, he seems like he's everywhere. Offense, defense, just getting some wacky touches that just screw with D.I.D.H.E. Indisposed gets a nice 50 right over Fighting Hamster. Never mind, he gets a touch. He wants the touch. He gets it up towards Penn, who is going to try to put this one on target. Not quite, though. Disabled, getting the flick around 1. But Styles is there to read it. Indisposed beating up Penn and beating up Styles over towards his sidewall.
Hamster now throwing that one on target again. Time keeps ticking down. Less than 2 minutes left till we might crown our champion here. Hittin Fennec again. The dangerous position, though. D.I.D.H.E, it's been a while since they found the back of the net. Hamster, though, good boom downfield. Styles, though, not enough boost to get up to that one, but still, again, causing chaos. Both defenders, 0 boost. We're seeing team bumps. And again, D.I.D.H.E, they just can't figure out who wants to go for the ball. Penn now. That pitch goes the other way. Is that going to be on target? It is going to be a little bit off. Here's anyone there for the follow. Styles, Hamster, and Daryl. Everyone throwing their car at the ball.
I think a late game switch up of just going for some bumps here from D.I.D.H.E would be fantastic for them. I don't think they've gone for like any bumps whatsoever. Hittin Fennec always seem to have 2 people in net, So messing up those rotations that have been allowing them to maintain such boost, so much boost throughout the series so far, I think would be very good for them. So far, they have not been doing that. This one's up for Fighting Hamsters. He has a shot on target and disposed, able to save that one. Still floating up, a double commit from D.I.D.H.E. 2 double commits from D.I.D.H.E. Floating in the midfield here. Who's going to reach it first? Pendragon gets 50 by Daryl. That's relieving, but Fighting Hamster is there.
Pen now, again, just lurking. Daryl, 0 boost, trying to get a counterattack. Styles, good boom, downfield, disabled now. Gonna try to take his time, gets it around Styles. Gets around the second one, can he get it around Hamster? But no, again, the brick wall stands tall. Pen now does get the reset, though. Gonna use it for the wave dash on the recovery here. 30 seconds left. D.I.D.H.E, life on the line. Indisposed, not able to find that one. It is there, but Styles did expect. What a crazy bounce off the post.
This one not looking too good for D.I.D.H.E. They're only down 1, so anytime they score, it will be going to OT, but they need to score before that. Fighting Hamster trying to take this one up the wall. A big old pinch. That's going to be bouncing straight up. Styles trying to find a touch over towards Pen. He does find it. Pen getting this one up towards the backboard. Maybe a double attempt, but 2 defenders on net. Forced double kill for this one. We have 3 seconds left. Are they going to ice the game? We have 2, 1, and we have overtime. Daryl hitting this one up. They need to score now, otherwise their season is over. This one hit away. Pendragon and Disabled getting the 15. This one hits the ground and hitting. Fennec are your champions.
Pen, Styles, and Hamster hitting Fennec, finally taking this one. Pen finally getting his championship that he has been waiting so long for, and in a dominant fashion, 4-1 victory will be your D.I.V.B champions. And again, looking at the red, Fighting Hamster leading the way.
Yeah, just so consistent throughout the entire series, hitting the shots that he needed to hit, getting the touches he needed to make. But overall, I don't think there's anyone on this hitting Fennec team that played poor. Obviously, you kind of have to have that if you're going to have such a dominant series win. But it just goes to show how good this team is through and through.
It is pretty crazy that, again, that man Fighting Hamster seems to be so consistent. It is kind of crazy. You know what? Maybe he just shows up for the family and everything. I know to them it never gets old seeing him win over and over and over again. Hittin Fennec, again, with a dominant performance. This has been a crazy match. Again, it wasn't a sweep. However, it wasn't very far from it. But we are going to be going to a quick intermission. And when we come back, we will be crowning our champions on stage.
Take me to another place, another time, far away. I wanna feel your lonely heart. I wanna take you somewhere safe and show me what you were talking about when you saw the walls coming down. Yeah, anywhere with you. We'll make it up. I don't care what we do. You say the word and I'll go. You got this under control. You say the word and I'll go with you. Anywhere with you. Tell me when I'll be there. We'll make it up, I don't care what we do. Anywhere. With you. When night dwellers, born sinners, it'll take us higher. We're strange figures, hard hitters, it'll take us. Show me what you were talking about when you saw the world's coming down. Yeah, we belong in it, we're lost in it, it'll take us higher. You say the word.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We now only have one single match to go after this, but right here in front of me, I have our D.I.V.B champions, and you're a very familiar face up here. Does it get old winning over and over and over again?
Absolutely not. Going for a 4th next season.
I mean, right now the record is 5, and I don't know if that's going to be beaten, but I will say you're definitely in the running for the favorites to beat it right now. But I do have to ask again, getting drafted by this team, obviously playing the entire season as the #1 seed, coming into LAN, again, playing in front of the family. What is that feeling like to do this over and over again?
I mean, it's a little nervous being the #1 seed just because you got all those expectations on you, but it's also nice to know that you think you're better than everyone else, and to show it finally is, yeah, awesome.
I mean, it's hard to argue with that one, so I'll slide in the middle right here. And Mr. Benjamin, it's been a long time coming that you have finally been able to lift this trophy here. I know in the back end you've been waiting. You've had rough seasons. You've had rough LAN performances. Again, you have been waiting so long to get here. And I believe, like you said before, if you can't beat Hamster, you have to join him. And I'm pretty sure you're feeling pretty good about that pick right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I picked him over my 3rd man, and it shows how much he's useful, especially in those high priority situations. And I'll take that any day of the month, year, millennia.
No, that's absolutely fair. Like we had talked earlier, in the semis, you necessarily might not have played your best game, but your 2 teammates able to carry you. And then going into this grand finals, we could hear you all the way up there screaming. How much of that is hyping your own team up and yourself versus how much of that is trying to get into the other team's mental?
I'd give it 60-40, 40% in their mental, 60%, I'd say about 50% trying to hype myself up, and then 10% my team. So, because I know they're good. I want to be hyped too.
I love it. I'll move on and move to Mr. Styles, because you and Penn, this is a little bit of a redemption arc for you. Obviously, getting the call-up as the sub. You've had a lot of experience playing with Penn, but obviously not expecting necessarily to be in this spot. How do you lock in and be so consistent on LAN as we saw the mechs, the touches? How do you tend to do it over and over on stage?
Well, I just have to just get in a lock in, just feel myself kind of, and just do what I do. I mean, there's not much to it, really.
I mean, hey, you're making it easy for me. Izord, why don't you hop up here and give these guys their medals real quick. But I have to say one more question, though, for you, Styles. Obviously, being on this stage here in this LAN performance, when you have such a dominant team behind you, how nice is it having these two to support you to basically, with your mechanics, do whatever you want to try on the field?
Oh, it's really nice. Hamster is just probably the most consistent guy. He'll always bail me out if I just do a mistouch, and Penn I got a lot of experience with, and he's just insane in his own right too.
You're making it easy. You guys have earned this right. I know you specifically have been waiting a long time. I will not deny you any longer. You guys grab your trophy, lift it up, and ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Division B champions, Hittin Fennec! Massive congratulations, boys. Again, every time I pick up the trophy, these are the coolest things that we have. Honestly, I almost enjoy giving them away more than the medals. Obviously, we got the trophy. You guys will have your names engraved on the plaque as well, which after this season, actually, it's going to be more than half full, so that is pretty cool. But again, this Division B MVP, I don't think is really even a question on who is deserving of this one on LAN. This player is, in my opinion, the reason you guys were able to take the victory. So consistent. He's done it over and over again. Give it up for Fighting Hamster! Again and again and again. Are you happy in Div B? Do you want to drop to C or move up to A, or are you just kind of enjoying the sweet spot here?
I'm good right here. I'm just allergic to losing.
I mean, you are not wrong. I love to hear it. So, for anyone else out there for next season, all you have to do is draft him. It doesn't matter how good or bad the rest of your team is. But again, massive congratulations, you guys. Let's again hear it one more time for Hittin Fennec! All right. I don't know what that is, but we'll deal with that later. All right, because we have one more match we got to get in. We have one more trophy and medal set to give away. We are going to be going to our intermission and get ready for our final match of the day and crown our Division A champions. We'll be back very soon.